Hey everybody, this is Jim with JB Gaming, bringing you a video here in regards to the new DLC that's coming out for Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Now, some of you may have noticed you cannot actually, at the time of recording this video, the servers are down. Now, there was some scheduled maintenance from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific time, which basically it should have been up about 40 minutes ago. So it's still going a little bit longer than anticipated, but the reason being is if you notice and you turn it on, try to play the game, you will be required to download a 2.8 gig update, and that is for the new Zomboss DLC that's going to be coming out here very shortly. I'm actually waiting myself for it to be able to connect to the servers, but I do have some notes, some details I figured I would share with all you guys to let you know everything that's going to be jam-packed in this awesome DLC that we're going to be getting. Basically, there's some new features. There's a new map, Cactus Canyon, which is in the Gardens and Graveyards mode. It also has a cool golf bomb minigame at the very end. There is a new pack that's going to be added to the sticker shop called Zomboss Down. This is the only place you're going to be able to collect those new Zomboss Down characters and customizations. So there's going to be 8 new characters and also hundreds of tuning and hundreds of different customization things like that, like hats or whatever. It looks like the only way you're going to be able to get those is by buying the Zomboss Down character pack, or the sticker pack that they have at the sticker shop. So there's over 200 plus new customization items added. There's going to be 3 new consumable plants, the bamboo shoot, the fire pea shooter, and ice pea shooter. Now you're actually going to be able to view party member locations during gameplay via different colors of the gamer tag being shown over the character, which was all I really wanted this. I had so many times that I'd be playing with somebody or whatever, and I was like, I wish I knew where they were, that kind of thing. So I thought that was cool. They did add 10 new achievements, which even though you cannot get into the game now with the server, you can actually look over those achievements now. Basically, that's the first thing I did when I knew there was an update. I went straight to achievements and look and see what kind of stuff they're going to be coming out before I had these notes to get an idea. They did do the character level cap was increased. It was currently at 20. Now they jumped it to 30. With some also new star challenges to complete, so you're not going to keep on going over the same ones over. They added some new challenges, which is pretty cool. Players can now communicate with all players at the end of the round. So instead of you just being limited to communicating with your team at that moment when you go back and wait for the next match to start, you can actually communicate with everybody. We'll see how it's going to work, because lots of times people don't really talk one another. They're just a bunch of muffles and random music and kids screaming or whatever, but they added it. They also added a mute all button, which is good, to leaderboard on Xbox One function. So that's what they did for the new features. Now what I was really impressed with is the scoring and coin changes. The Gardens and Graveyards scoring now has been overhauled. The plants can now earn as many coins as zombies and Garden and Graveyard sessions if they go the distance. Now, plants, they stand to earn the most coins if they stop the zombies on the first few bases. If you can go for that perfect one, not allowing them to catch any of them, you're going to get some nice bonus payouts for that. Zombies, again, stand to earn the most coins if they progress near the end of the map and beat the final challenge. Most scoring takes place of these bases captured and all awarded to the end of the session. So that was the one thing that bummed me out. It seemed like the zombies always got the good end. The plants got the raw end of the deal, and now they kind of even it out a little bit, so I was impressed by that. Also, the gnome bomb coin payouts, those are increased across the board, which is great because that's the one thing kind of hindered me playing that game mode, is due to the coin output. Really not getting a lot of coins, and sometimes those matches can go very long where people are just trying to kill horror and get as many kills as they can without really actually playing objectives. So they did add solo and 2-player bonus coin payouts to Garden Ops, which is cool because there's a lot of times I'm just wanting to mess around. I'll play some Garden Ops by myself, play solo, so it's nice to get a little bonus. Again, when the game actually gets up, I'll actually see what these actual bonuses are, but right now these are just what I know. They did increase the coin payouts based on difficulty played in Garden Ops. So crazy difficulty is now worth the effort. I thought it was worth the effort to begin with. I know I think I only got like 13,000 coins playing that game mode. I'll try it again to see and see what kind of coin output I'll get on that one. Let's see. They added new support scoring. which there's almost too many to mention here, but pretty much like when the zombie earns coins every time plant gets vanquished by the turrets. Plants can earn guard and defend assist by staying in the capture circle and vanquishing zombies. Zombies can now earn guard and assist by vanquishing plants that are in the circle. Assist awarded for freezing an enemy, and then somebody else takes care of them. So I mean, they now really went across the board, and there's more here, a lot more for me to mention off where they're just going through and entire team, like for instance, entire team now gets coins whenever enemy boss is shot down out of the sky. So they pretty much, if you're going to be participating in something, you're going to get credit for it. That's the one thing that kind of bummed me out before when I'd play it, and I was like, why didn't I get assist? It looks like they addressed that. Now, the one thing I noticed they did here, which I'm really curious to see how it's going to work, is they did some map changes. Now, there were a few sections on where zombies were having a hard time capturing the garden early in the game due to some severe choke points. They added like a new flanking route to the first section of Driftwood Shores. Zombies can now flank to the left and attack the garden more easily. They also added a new flanking route on the second section of Main Street. In the Garden Graveyards map, zombies can now flank to the right around the buildings and attack the garden more easily. Fixes for a few spots in Driftwood Shores and Sharkbite Shores. Port Scalawag, where players could get stuck underwater and not be able to respawn. I have never had that happen to me, but again, I haven't played too much. Well, let's see. It looks like that is actually anything. So I haven't really had that happen to me, where I got stuck. So there's fixed across all maps, reduce areas where players could potentially get stuck. The only problems I had was when the map would begin, kind of getting stuck where the map had to develop, but it would always fix itself. So it's nice that they took care of that. They added more pots, the final mansion objective in Walnut Hills, and removed the zombie grave dirt spawners to better balance out the objective. So that's cool. They did fix out an area in Sharkbite Shores where the zombie AI couldn't reach. Whenever you got those spawnable zombies in there, they probably couldn't reach that area. So they did some map changes there, which again, I'm more curious to see how those flanking routes are added to make it easier. They did a lot of tuning and balance changes. They fixed an exploit where characters could use abilities such as Energy Warp and Jackhammer and also carry the bomb, which I haven't played in mode that much, but that would have been a game breaker if you could do that kind of stuff. They toned down the Ragdoll explosion when vanquished by a primary weapon. They fixed hit indicator sometimes appearing when not actually damaging a target. I could see that sometimes happening because I was actually shooting targets and I wasn't getting any. I was getting hits where it showed me getting hits, but it actually didn't show me the damage. So that's nice. They added a better VFX indication of a chili bean being deployed, so zombies can better notice their impending doom. I'm curious to see what that's gonna be. I always knew when they pretty much threw one of those out there anyway. I could hear it, so I'm curious to see about that one. The scientist energy warp ability can no longer pass through players and objectives. I didn't know you could do that anyway. I thought there's sometimes I got stuck, so I didn't use that energy warp too much. But it also can no longer enter the mansion in Walnut Hills. Nah, that's good, because if that could have done that before, that would have been a game breaker too for that mode. Fix the spamming of the sunflower solar flare beam, where the beam would appear but no damage would be dealt. The scientist heal bomb wouldn't heal AI zombies, and well, now it does. They did a fix for engineer not taking damage when nugget mines when riding a jackhammer. Yeah, that irritated me sometimes when I throw out those mines and they didn't do anything to the engineer. The sunflower dark flower ability now has a slight damage reduction. Again, I rarely use that, but apparently it must have had a little bit more damage than necessary. Engineers on jackhammers can now run into cactus drones and destroy them. Stunning a cactus with a sonic grenade or mine will now properly pull them out of the drone control, which is good. Because if I use a cactus a lot, and if someone would stun me and I was flying that drone, I'd still be able to fly a drone. It'd be pointless. So it's cool that you can throw that now, and it will. If you can't take out the drone, throw it at the cactus. Boom, he's back and having control of that. So I thought it's cool. You can now stick the sticky explodey ball on a drone on either team. So that was pretty cool. That would actually be pretty neat to try out, where I throw it. Someone throw it on one of my drones. I fly into the enemy's base, go down low, and yeah, it'd be kind of cool to try that out. Let's see here. Where was I at here? Engineer drones can now set off potato mines if it flies near them. You have to fly pretty low, I would think. The Sunflower's heal beam now cancels after 4 minutes of use. Spike weeds are now properly removed after snaring a zombie and releasing them. That's good. Sometimes I see them and they're really not there. The fix for the retro P Gatling ability not ending if a player taps shoot instead of holding it. The Scientist's Mega Heal Bomb was too lightweight. Has been given a little more mass. The Sprint Burrow ability made targeting players. It was difficult due to its speed. It was difficult to use, but now they tuned it so it requires less accuracy. So the Chemists are now able to properly damage a Mega Flower. Chompers are now stunned longer than any other character when hit with the Sonic Grenade or Mine. So that's nice, I think. They also did some improvements and fixes. The optimize and add reduced latency, which I'm so happy for that because sometimes it was driving me nuts playing the game modes and I always get like a little bit of lag or the shots weren't right. They did some stability fixes. They fixed an issue where a player could spawn as a character on one team but still be considered on another team, thus allowing them to team kill. That was irritating. I had video proof of that actually happening, so I'm glad they addressed that. They scaled gamer tag and damage number size on Xbox One to make them more legible, which is good because it was so small you couldn't make out anything. The fix for Zombat turrets magically appearing when bases were captured. Yeah, that's something I noticed. They fixed some occasional loss of the UI if the spawn menu was up and Gardens was captured. Never had that one. More improvements to the whole B interaction when reviving players. Yeah, there's so many times where sometimes it says whole B and disappears. I'm like, what the heck? But it's still working. So yeah, I'm glad they fixed that. They fixed some corrupted textures on imps and garden ops. They fixed for spawn zombies sometimes not moving. They fixed some incorrect text. The Scientist challenge at level 13 should have been plant the bomb, not pick up the bomb. Fixed some incorrect text again for the Scientist challenge level 15. Plant the bomb, again the same thing. Vanquish the bomb carrier. Man, there's a bunch here. It's a bunch of incorrect text for, it looks like the level 13 challenges. Let's see. Sometimes when players level up, use a skip challenge card right as a session ended would not carry over. I think I had that one time happen to me where I lost some skip challenges due to that. Several star challenges didn't work with alternate abilities and now do. They fixed up many of the sunflower hats so more of them could be used in conjunction with accessories. The AI will no longer move when taunting, so they don't appear to be sliding around. A zombie arm would no longer appear in Chomper's mouth when unsuccessfully chomping a zombie. Let's see. Improvements to better sync up positions, animation when Chomper's chomping a target. That right there was one thing that really drove me nuts is when I was trying to chomp a target. I'll probably try to chomp a little bit more due to that because there's a lot of times where it didn't seem right with the animation and thing like that. So you can no longer get stuck inside the house in Driftwood Shores. They fixed up some graphical weirdness where Sunbeam had flickering texture when fired at short distances. They cleaned up the Gargantua jumping animations. They fixed some geo issues on a garlic drone where you could see through, and a few animations. They fixed that. They fixed tall nut issue where models would swap only a few feet in front of the player. Spike Wheat will now properly play their retraction animation. I never had this, but they did a fix for gamertag sometimes appearing in question marks on the leaderboard. I never noticed that. There's some I'm kind of like skipping over a little bit because they're not, they're minor. Again, if you guys, I'll send a link on the description below that have where you can actually get all of this information. Let's see. They fixed Enter Teleporter when the Scientist's energy ball that would cause a map-wide laser show. Wow, that's cool. Too bad I missed out on that. They fixed it, but yeah, I'd kind of need to see that. And fixed for boss mode stats were incorrectly added to playable characters. Yeah, I do notice that where people were getting stats when they were in boss mode and no longer still were getting those stat coin things. Beam weapons can now properly leave decals on walls. Let's see. Outhouse zombies no longer enter an unresponsive state if saved from a Chomper's burrow attack. So there's a lot to take in there. There's some I kind of skipped over in regards to the fixes. But all the really meaty details, you guys all heard it here. I want to thank you guys for watching. As soon as I'm able to get going in this, I will actually be posting some gameplay videos of the characters, going about everything that I can. Give you guys all the information I can get to you as quickly as possible. Again, thanks for watching. This is Jim with JB Gaming. I will talk to y'all later.